Hello, welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I am so glad you've joined us today. Today is day 5 of our 30-day around the body journey together. We're going to focus on yoga poses that can increase circulation in the areas of the body that help with digestion. This is a more recent class, and you'll see with a little different set and my longer hair. So let's experience our chair yoga practice as a community together. Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you joined us today. Check out the sections on the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage. Make it easier to find classes by length or by purpose or by body area. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free. We'd love to hear from you. So leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses to help with digestion, constipation, and bloating by increasing the blood flow, circulation, and energy to those areas. You'll only need a chair, and let's get started. So we're going to take a moment to move forward in our chair. We're not leaning back, okay? Lift up nice and tall, feeling your abdominals engage. Crown of the head to the ceiling, pull those shoulders down. Let's take our palms, place them lightly on the thighs, and then flip those palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and just connect to that breath. Just your natural inhalation and exhalation. And then let's begin to elongate the breath, inhaling a little more deeply and exhaling a little more completely. Let's take that breath and move it down into the diaphragm. As we inhale, the belly extends. We're filling the lungs from the bottom up. And as we exhale, we actively pull the belly button towards the spine as we push the air up and out of the lungs. Do that a couple of times. Next, we're going to inhale to 4 counts and exhale to 5 counts, continuing with your diaphragmatic breath if that feels okay. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart, set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's take a look towards the right. And then we're going to go ahead and look center. And then let's look over that left shoulder. And center. Let's do that one more time. Just looking. So maybe you look a little further over the shoulder if you can, if that feels okay. And look center, and let's go to the other side. And center, very good. Okay, moving into mountain pose. Hands are down towards the floor, so our fingertips are pointing down, palms are facing out. And if it feels okay on your hands, we're going to stretch those fingers. So my fingers are wide. All right, does that feel okay? Okay, now we're going to release the fingers, bring those arms to GoHPO arms, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. So you should feel a nice opening through the chest. That should feel good. All right, now we're going to extend our fingertips to the ceiling. Shoulders stay down though, right? So we're not putting our shoulders up into our ears. We're going to pull those shoulders down. Belly stays tight. Okay, with your right hand, grab your left wrist, lengthen, try to touch the ceiling, and then we're going to lean our mountain. That should feel really good. One more breath here. All right, let's go ahead and come up. Bring your hands down, and let's go through that whole thing again. Ready? Mountain pose. Extend those fingers wide. Heart lifts, right? Belly tight. Okay, go post arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, lifting up through that heart. Fingertips to the ceiling. Remember, shoulders stay down. Okay, left hand grabs right wrist this time. Lengthen first, and then lean. That should feel good. Let's come back up. Now grab the opposite wrist, lean, and then let's just look up at the ceiling. Just a little twist. Take the twist out, come up, grab the other wrist, lengthen, lean, and just that little twist. I'm just looking up at the ceiling, super gentle here. Take the twist out, back up to the ceiling, and bring those arms down. Does that feel okay? All right, great. So we're going to move into half Lord of the Fishes pose. Take your right knee and open it wide. So the very first thing I want you to feel is the inner thigh stretching. So look down at this left knee. Make sure it's tracking right at the second toe. It tends to want to fold in, but I don't want you to let that happen, right? So nice inner thigh stretch here, okay? Belly is tight. Are you ready? Left arm is going to come all the way across the body. You're going to grab your chair. Lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Turn and look over the back of your chair. So we're hanging out here and we're breathing. We have one more breath. Let's release that and we're going to do that again. Ready? Here we go. Bring it across the body. Lift the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Belly stays tight. Turn and look over the back of your chair. Making sure that left knee is not folding in. One more breath here and release. Let's bring that knee forward. So were you able to keep that knee open, right? When we're twisting, it really wants to fold in, but don't let it. Okay, let's do the other side. So here we go. We're going to open up nice and wide, feeling that inner thigh stretch, keeping this knee facing me, okay? Here we go. Right arm comes across the body, grabs the chair, lift and twist. So I'm looking over the back of my chair. I'm feeling quite a bit of stretch on that inner right thigh, keeping that knee open. Let's open and do it one more time. Here we go. All the way across the body, lift and twist. Just one more breath here and release. Go ahead and face forward. Whew, how'd that feel? Inner thighs, right? All right, let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into Sun Salutation B with a twist. So let's move forward in our chair. Make sure your feet are grounded to the earth. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to take that big circle up and come into that mountain pose and bring your hands to heart. And then we're going to come back up to that mountain pose and we're going to make that big circle around. Bring your hands to your heart. And let's do that again. Big circle. There's your sun. Mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Back up we go. And big circle around. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's add the breath. Inhale as we big circle up. Exhale as you bring your hands to heart. Inhale as we go up. And exhale as we bring our hands to heart. Okay. We're going to add a forward salute with airplane arms. I'll show you. Here we go. Big circle. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, we're going to dive forward, belly button to spine, extending those arms out behind you. Fingertips towards where the wall and the ceiling and the floor meet. Head is where the wall and the ceiling meet. Stretching through the spine. One more breath. Bring your hands to heart. Let's do that again. Big circle. Up we go. Inhale. Hands to heart as your exhale. Up we go. Dive forward. Inhale, exhale, extend. Bring your hands to heart. We're going to add a forward fold. Big circle, up we go. Add that breath as you wish. Hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, dive it forward. Forward salute with airplane arms, stretching it out. Let's come to that forward fold. Arms are on the thighs, palms facing up. Let your heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. One more breath. Tuck the chin, roll it up. Bring your hands to your heart. Adding on. Big circle. Up we go. And bring your hands to your heart. Up we go to mountain pose. Dive forward. Forward salute with airplane arms. Stretch. Arms on those thighs. Let that heart fall forward. There's your forward fold. Okay, are we ready? We're going to bring our hands to heart. Pull your belly in. Act like you're going to get out of the chair, but don't. There's your chair pose. So I'm activating my quads. I'm activating my abdominals. I'm feeling like I'm getting up out of the chair, but I'm not. And then I'm going to release. Okay, how does that feel? So we're going to continue, and we're going to do that one more time with that chair pose, acting like we're getting out of the chair, but not. And then we're going to add a little twist, okay? So just to kind of let you know where we're headed. Let's bring our hands to heart. Are we feeling okay? Big circle. This is a lot of circulation. Sun salutation is all about getting the blood flowing. Up we go. Dive it forward, belly button to spine. Stretch it out in that forward salute with airplane arms. Let's come to that forward fold. Let your heart fall forward. Are we ready? Bring your hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. Act like you're going to get out of the chair, but don't. Belly is activated. Quads are activated. Let's twist to the right. Now, everybody look down at your knees. If this knee is coming forward, bring it back. I don't want the hips to help, right? If the knee comes forward, it means the hips are moving. We don't want that to happen. The action is happening right at the ribs. Let's come back center. Let's twist the other way. Let's come back center and release. Okay, so now you can stick with that version if you want to. The next time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up out of the chair into my chair pose, okay? But if you want to stay with your seat down, just act like you're getting out of the chair, that's fine too. Now, if you're with me in a chair pose, you're going to want your feet back just a little bit so that when you push through your heels, you've got some purchase, right? So as you push down, you're going to lift up. But notice my hips are way back, right? I can see my toes and I can wiggle my toes. My heart is lifted, so I'm not collapsed down on myself, right? I'm up, working your quads. It's hard. Belly is tight. And then we'll add some twisting, okay? All right, let's do it. Hands to heart. Big circle, up we go. Bring your hands to heart. Let's come back to mountain pose. Dive forward to forward salute, airplane arms. Let's do that forward fold. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, and on an exhale, lift your hips up off the chair. Look down at your feet. Wiggle your toes. Can you see your toes? Hips are back, heart is lifted. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to twist to the right. Look down at your knees. Is this knee coming forward? If it is, just pull it back. That means your hips are helping. We don't want that. Come back center. Let's twist the other way. Come back center. Have a seat. Hands to heart. Here we go. Big circle. Up. Bring your hands to your heart. Up we go. Dive it forward. Forward salute. Airplane arms. Stretch it out. Forward fold. Let that heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Come into your chair pose. All right. Let's twist to the left this time. Making sure the knees are stable. Come back center. Let's twist the other way. Let's come back center and have a seat. How's that feel? You feel your quads working a little bit? Yeah? Belly's tight, working through the center of the body. A little bit of twisting going on. Very, very good. We're going to move into triangle pose. We're going to take our right knee and we're going to heel, toe, heel, toe. This knee is staying right where it is. The foot doesn't move, the knee doesn't move. The only thing that's moved is that other leg, right? You're grounded to your sits bones to the chair. So keep your hands on your thighs for this first one, and all I want you to do is move your rib cage to the right. Do you see that? Let's come back center. All I'm moving is at the rib cage. Let's move it. and come back center. Okay? Do you kind of feel how that feels, right? It's all right in the ribs. Okay, we're going to add the arms. Extend those arms out. Let's move at the rib cage. You feel it? And center we go. Let's do that one more time. And to the center. Bring your hands down and let's heel toe that foot back in. So checking in, how did that feel? Did you feel like you were stable on the chair? So I don't want the hips lifting, right? The hips are down, the feet are down, everything is stable. The only thing moving are those ribs. It's a very isolated movement. It can be super challenging to do. Okay, so now we're going to leave that right knee right where it is. It looks so simple, doesn't it? Until you try to do it. And we're going to heel, toe, heel, toe. This foot is at that diagonal now, okay? This leg stays grounded, sits bones are grounded. Now we're going to move our ribs to the other side. Let's just do that first. You feel that? It's kind of fun, I think, to really isolate just specific areas of the body and feel how they move, independent of anything else. It's kind of cool. And center. All right, are we ready to add the arms? Extend the arms out. Here we go. Center of the body, extend, moves out to one side. Let's bring it in. And let's do the other side. I'm sorry, do it again, this side. And in we go. Bring the hands down and heel toe that foot in. Okay, so now we have a couple of add-ons. You don't ever have to add on, right? So if you want to keep doing what we were doing, that's absolutely fine. But if you want a little bit more, what we're going to do is we're going to heel toe this foot out a little bit further, okay? And now we're going to extend that leg. And if that is way too much on you for your inner thigh or your knee or whatever, then you're going to stay in that previous position, and it's fine. Absolutely fine. Okay, now let's extend those arms out. Here we go. Just the ribs move. You feel that? Okay, we're going to add one more thing. We're going to let this hand just fall down. Now don't let your heart, so we tend to want to let that arm collapse, but don't. Keep your heart lifted. You see that? Now there's two options. Let's go ahead and come back up and bring those knees in, and bring the arms in. If you can leave that leg extended, let's go ahead and leave that one extended. Now I want to show you two positions for your arms, okay? Just peek at me real quick. So I'm coming out and then I'm letting that arm fall. Now if it's behind the leg, you're going to get more stretch into that side waist. If you want, you can bring it in front of the leg and then open. You see what I'm doing there? I'm using this arm against the leg to twist a little bit deeper. So there's two options. One is to get a little deeper into the twist. This hand behind that is a little bit more into the sideways stretching. Let's come up and take a break. Okay, so you can pick which one you want to do. We're going to do the other side, and then we'll come back and do that side one more time. So remember, let's heel, toe, heel, toe. This can be the position for your legs, and it's fine. But if you want a little bit more, you're going to heel toe out a couple more times and then extend that leg long. Notice that my toe is pointed, right? Oops, I moved this leg. You don't want to move this leg. So my knee is long, my leg is long, my knee is bent slightly, leg is extended, arms come up. Now, let's go ahead and just isolate those ribs first. Do you feel that? And then we're going to come center. Okay, now let's do this again. And if you want, we're just going to tip our teapot down. If you want to bring that arm on the inside, you can do that too. And then open up a little bit more into that twist. The other thing you can do is take this arm and just have it on your waist. That might feel better even on that shoulder. It's fine. All right, let's bring those arms up, come back center, and release. I think let's just do it one more time on each side just to kind of feel it. All right, here we go. Heel toe, stop if you wish, or heel toe more. Extend that leg long. Bring those arms up. And ready? Tip your teapot down. Do you want to put this hand here on the waist? That's fine. Do you want to bring that arm on the inside and open? One more breath. Up we go. Bring those ribs in. Hands down. Bring the leg in. Can we do the other side? I know it's a lot, isn't it? Heel, toe, stop. Or keep going. Extend that leg long. Arms come up. Hinge. And dip. Do you want to put the arm on the inside and open? One more breath. All right, let's come up. Bring those ribs center. Bring your hands down. Heel, toe, and release. How did that feel? All right, let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into extended mountain. So go ahead and bring your hands to heart. Now, we're going to take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to extend those fingertips towards the ceiling, pulling the shoulders down, belly is tight. Really feel that extension. So I'm trying to touch the ceiling with my fingertips. My belly is super tight. All right, we're going to take that right hand and we're going to place it on the chair. Left hand is going to lengthen up, and then we're going to lean into that stretch. Keeping the opposite hip down. This hip stays down. You should feel a good stretch in that side waist. One more breath. Let's come up and let's do the whole thing again. Bring your hands to heart. All right, let's extend that mountain. Shoulders are down, belly is tight. Let's take that left hand to the chair. Lengthen up through that right hand. Try to touch the ceiling. Now lean into it. You've got your hand on that chair for support. So maybe you can deepen that leaning mountain just a little bit. One more breath here, and up we go. Okay. We're going to move forward in the chair. Take your feet out and have them a little bit of distance between them. Okay? Grab that chair, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, lifting your heart, let your knees fall to the left. And let's come center. And then we're going to let our knees fall to the other way. And come center. Let's do that one more time. Knees fall. And up, and they fall the other way. And up, and let's take a moment. So you can keep doing that if you want to. Windshield wiper knees, or we're going to add a little thing onto that. So see how it feels, and if it doesn't feel good, you know you can just go back to your windshield wiper knees, okay? So remember, got a little bit of space between those legs. Belly stays tight, lifting the shoulders, lifting the crown of the head to the ceiling, but the shoulders down. Let's go ahead and grab the back of our chair. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind. Let's let those knees fall to the right. Now, you're going to take your right foot and you're just going to place it on that left leg. You see what I did there? So all I'm doing is now this leg is giving me a little more leverage. I'm keeping my hips on the chair. So you don't want to let that hip come around or you're losing the stretch, right? You want to keep the hips back on the chair and let the leg be the thing moving, and that's giving you a good stretch here. One more breath. All right, let's go ahead and take that leg off. Readjust onto your chair. Okay, let's do the other side. So we're going to let the knees fall first. Actually, let's not let the knees fall first. Let's lift up first, pull the belly in, grab your chair, squeeze your shoulder blades. Now let's let those knees fall. All right, are we ready? We're going to take this knee, so the left is going to rest up on that right leg. It doesn't matter which one you're doing, right? Just, we're going to do both sides anyway. So personally, I feel this side more. So obviously, this hip and glute is a little tighter than the other one. Super common. One more breath. All right, let's come up. Wow, take that leg off. Man, I felt that one. We're going to move back a little bit in our chair, and we're going to move into Cobra Pose. So what you want is the back of the chair to be right on the inside of that arm, okay? So you're going to, I don't know, I'm going to lean back even further. You can actually lean back in the chair. We don't get to do that often, do we? And I'm going to place my arms on the side of that chair, and then I'm just going to wrap my arms back, my hands back behind and grab, okay? And then I'm going to lift through my sternum. So I'm lifting up. I'm feeling openness happening through the chest, right? A little bit of openness in the belly. Just one more breath. Let's go ahead and release that. And we're going to do that one more time, okay? So I'm grabbing the back of that chair, really squeezing my arms back, right, against the chairs. It gives me a little bit of leverage as I lift through the sternum. If you want to lift the gaze a little bit, that's okay too. One more breath, and let's release. That's good work. I know it's one of those that when you see somebody doing it, you think, well, there's nothing to that until you actually do it, and then you really feel what's happening through the chest and everything. So we're going to move to a seated camel, and we're going to place our hands on each side of the spine. You stay facing me. Just one hand on each side of the spine, right in the small of the back. And then I'm just going to push forward. So I'm pushing my hips forward. I'm lifting up through the sternum, and my gaze is going forward and up. Let's go ahead and release that. Take just a moment. And remember, if it feels better for you to use your fists instead of the palms of the hands, that's okay too. So let's do that one more time. This time I'll use the fist just to demonstrate that one. Push your hips forward, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, lifting your heart. One more breath here, and release. Very good. We're going to move into a little seated twisting segment. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to place it against the side of that opposite knee. I'm going to take my other hand and put it back here on the chair. Now I'm going to pull my shoulder back, and I'm going to turn, and I'm going to look over that shoulder. Just one more breath here. Let's go ahead and face forward, and let's do the other side, okay? So this hand is going to go on the outside of that knee. Opposite hand is going to come to the chair. Lift through the crown of the head, lengthening through the spine. Belly stays tight. Bring the shoulder back, then turn and look over that shoulder. One more breath here, and release. Okay, very, very good. Now, you can keep doing that same version if you want, but if you want a little bit more, we're going to cross our legs as well. Okay, so I'm going to cross my right leg over my left. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to place it on the outside of that knee. My opposite hand comes back to the chair. Lift through the crown of the head. Pull that right shoulder back. Turn and look over that shoulder. Now, if you want, you can press your hand against that knee and give yourself a little leverage here. Only if that feels okay for you. One more breath. Let's go ahead and face center, and let's do the other side. Remember the hand, so my left leg is on top, so my right hand is the one that's going to come out. So it's just kind of the opposite. So and this hand is going to be back on the chair. Let's pull that shoulder back. Let's turn, look over that shoulder, and then I'm pressing with my right hand into that leg just to give myself a little more twist. But again, that's only if that feels okay for you. One more breath here, and let's face forward. Good job. Okay, unravel those legs. Now let's take that left leg and extend it out in front of us, toes to the ceiling. We're going to lengthen nice and long through the spine, hold on to the thighs, let the heart fall forward into that pigeon pose. So the key to this one, to getting the most out of this pose, is keeping the back flat and keeping the legs straight. All right, let's tuck our chin and roll up and do it one more time. Extend nice long through the spine. Keep the back flat. Let that heart fall forward. Feel that stretch. And up we go. Okay, let's do the other side. Extending that right leg long, toes to the ceiling. Lengthen through the spine. Let that heart fall forward. Tuck the chin and roll it up. And let's do that again. Lengthen and hinge. Tuck the chin and roll it out. Excellent work. I'm going to take my right ankle and I'm going to cross it over that left leg. So it's in front of the knee. You don't want it on the knee. Now your other option for this one is just to cross ankle to ankle, if that feels better for you. Seated pigeon. Now, let's just hang out here for a few breaths and see how that feels. It could be all you need. And you're like, yeah, this is good for me. All right, let's just take this knee and flutter it a little bit. Just moving that hip joint a little bit. Okay, now if you want to try it, you can lengthen through the spine and begin to let that heart fall forward. See how that feels. Again, the back stays flat. All right, let's go ahead and roll up. And let's move that hip joint a little bit again. And then we'll do that one more time. So you've got those two options. The final option is you're just pressing gently on that leg. So the leg is being pressed down as I am letting my heart fall forward. Again, it's just if it feels okay for you. Okay, let's all come up and unravel that. And then we're going to go to the other side. So remember, you've got the option of ankle to ankle if that feels better for you. I will tell you though, you want to keep this foot out. So as you cross, you're going to get some stretch here. Because if you bring this foot in and cross, you're not going to feel anything, okay? So make sure this foot stays out. Let's cross ankle up on top of that thigh. And we're hanging out here first. We're just going to let our body kind of react to what we're asking it to do. Just a little stretch here for this side of the hip. Okay, let's just do a little flutter. Another version is where you lengthen through the spine and let the heart fall. You feel it? Okay, let's go ahead and come up and do another little flutter. And then the final version, if you want, extending nice and long through the spine, letting the heart fall forward, and then just gently pressing on that leg. One more breath. All right, very good. Let's release. Okay, we're going to sit back in our chair. Hands are resting lightly on the thighs. Lift the palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes and breathe.
Love and courage. Lead with love. Follow through with courage. In each new situation, before saying anything, before doing anything, ask yourself, how can you live this from a perspective of love and courage? Such a perspective won't necessarily make things easier. You're likely to take on more challenges, to put forth more effort. Yet you'll be attending to precisely those things that make life rich and meaningful. You'll be focused on all you love and care about, with the courage to make a positive difference. In a world that often seems to be awash in fear and complacency, choose to live at a higher level. Allow life's goodness to shine through all you do. Think, act, and feel from a place of love, and live out that love with the courage it deserves.
Let's take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards the chest. Reach up with the hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Looking up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Remember, click on that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.